Stars. This is the channel where we help you grow your IT business. On today's show, I've got someone really special, and he's based out in Arizona, and he recently pulled off an in-person event, his very first in-person event. So I went to him and said, I always have to, when I work with customers, do a little interview, see how it went, the good, the bad bits from it, but also it acts as promotion. So we've got on the show today, we've got Joel here from CompuShooter, based in Arizona. It's Phoenix, isn't it? Is that right, Joel?
Phoenix, yes.
Okay. Do you want to start telling me a little bit about your business, what it is that you do?
We started back 2007. We are an MSP specialized for veterinary clinic and hospital, a couple of dental offices, law firms, or to be honest, any business that has 10 computers or more. So we're local here in Phoenix, Arizona, although we have some satellite office technicians or clients in San Diego. We got a couple of clients also in Houston and part in Wisconsin.
Okay, cool. And going back to the history, way back in 2007, that's before the days of cloud computing. So that's a little while ago, isn't it?
Yes.
And you must have seen quite a few things over that time period.
Oh, it's a lot different now. Before, you're just handling about Windows servers. This time, it's more about cloud. It's more about AI. So things drastically changed. Everything that we learned back 2007, it's not anymore applicable at this point of time.
Probably don't even touch the server, no physically, eh?
We do sometimes. I'll be surprised. We still got a couple of clients that has old servers and looks like they don't want to get upgrade to cloud or something because they got used to it. So we're fighting, trying to convince them that's the old ways now and needs to be on the cloud or whatever because they're not anymore secured. But yep.
Yeah. I've seen a little movement. I'm working with a client late last year, and they were working with AI. They were really worried about their data going up there to Anthropic or OpenAI, whatever AI. So they were doing, it was all on-premise stuff because they want to keep their data kind of out of the grasp of all of these big models that are taking over the world. Are you seeing anything like that?
To be honest, for us, we're trying to educate them about AI also, what's the pro and cons with AI. And that's where the Rockstar come in. You guys help us about seminars to educate them about that. What's the pro and cons of using ChatGPT, cloud, and ways you can actually have a local AI on your on-prem should you have the right MSP for you. And thank you, Scott, for helping us on that seminar. It was really a success.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can go into a little bit of detail on that. I kind of wanted to start with you just to kind of figure out where you are in your business, and then we can go into the event side of stuff and what that was all about. What are you doing with your clients just now with AI specifically? Because it's such a hot topic in recording this first quarter of 2026. And I don't know if you've heard the news recently, Anthropic have got a new model. It's called Mythos, but they're not releasing it to the public because it's too powerful. And I put a little post up. They're basically releasing it to the large vendors. And I put a little post up in one of the communities. Because where we are with these models is anything that Anthropic or OpenAI doing right now, 6 months from now is going to be open source. So anyone will have this feature of basically being able to find vulnerabilities in any piece of software. So whilst it's a really great talking point in things like the seminars or webinars that you're doing,
yes,
there's also positioning around it for your clients, making them aware of what's coming down the pipe.
Yes, correct. Yeah. For us, really, we have clients that's asking about, hey, there's AI now, what we can do, how we can implement this or something. But for us, instead of just adding AI, we're helping clients adapt it responsibly first, just like what you're saying.
Okay.
We identify real issues or real cases issues or whatever, real use case scenario for their business. And we try to see if we try to secure their data first. That's the most important.
Yeah.
Then we roll out automating repetitive IT tasks, strengthen their cybersecurity and AI with an AI-driven detection cybersecurity. Also, we enable their employees to work smarter with tools like Microsoft Copilot, ChatGPT, like I mentioned, and cloud. All while we keep their data secure and compliant, especially with our clients in the
Yeah.
medical field.
Yeah,
Really, the
exactly.
goal of us, the goal of us is making sure their AI is deployed securely with a proper data controls and of course policies, because that's the
Okay.
danger later on as we move on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and I think that's where most MSPs, IT businesses are with it just now, is like the compliance and the security aspect, because it's so easy for any user just to sign up for an AI and then upload company documents to it and just start
Correct.
using it. So there's a
Yeah.
huge hole there. Okay. So you're doing a lot of things then. It sounds like it. So we'll go into the event now that we helped you run. What made you decide to run an event? This was your first event. Is that correct?
It was our first event. Yeah. Like you said, there's a lot of AI trend now, and we're on this organization, and I just want to help our organizations out there educate about AI. So I look on over the internet to see who's the best people that can help me put together this event. And fortunately, I was able to find you guys. Mary Ann
Yeah.
here, constructed all those slideshows that we really want to present to our members on our organization, chamber organization, so they'll be educated with it. So our
Mhm.
main goal really was to help them. What's the pro and cons for that one? Did
Okay.
you know that ChatGPT will record all of your inputs, conversations, or whatever on their database for training purposes? But
Okay.
we know it's going to be used to profile them. So purely just to help them out, understand what AI is, how it can help them out. And with that presentation that Iraqstar put together for us, it really explains properly on them on what's the steps, how to do this, and ways of preventing them for being attacked.
Yeah. Okay. So this is more like an educational thing that you were, it almost sounds as though, yeah, you go into your local marketplace, you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And it was, I guess there's a big gap there because there's not that many people, whilst the AI is in the tip of everyone's tongues,
Yes, yeah.
most people aren't aware of the topics that you discussed.
Correct. Yeah. They're aware about ChatGPT. They've been using it a lot of times, but they're not aware about ChatGPT recording whatever on their inputs. We told them, are you sure that you're not putting your data, putting your social security numbers or whatever? Or did you use temporary chat to do that one?
I
Have
see.
you tried? Did you know about prompt injection, which Iraqstar, you guys also told us, educate us about how that prompt injection attacked him up using different prompts or different methods to go with them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a lot to cover in that topic, and it's translating from what we know from as technology experts into plain English for
Yeah.
that in-person event.
And that's what I love with the presentation that, that you guys, IT Rockstar, put that together, because it's not like technical jargons. It was better explained when you give us that presentation.
Yeah, a fresh set of eyes, maybe a non-technical set of eyes that can
Yes.
translate things. So, what were you unsure of about wanting to get it right before running the event?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What were you unsure of before you ran the event? Like, why did you come to us? What was
My concern is that I know I need to educate them with cybersecurity and AI, but my concern is I need a company that has experience about webinars and seminars and also understand MSP. And that's when I see your profile. I went on your website with IT Rockstar, and then I see that you work on MSP. You're not just like someone there that put up a seminar for generic industry,
Yeah.
but you understand our industry. And the concerns I have is I need people that will join on my seminars or my webinars. And I see that was your expertise to do that one with your experience for that.
Okay. No, I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. And not everyone is as lucky as you when it comes to this, because you already have a marketing team. Like, you've got someone that already does your ads for you. if someone does your landing pages, you've got quite a big marketing team. And
Yes.
when we first met, I went on your website, like, wow, Joel's got all of this already. It's like, why is he coming to us?
To be honest, I know we have that team, but we still lack the expertise with the IT director. After I talk to you guys, we still learn a lot when it comes to webinars and seminars, because my marketing team is mostly on like social media and also local SEO, Google
Okay.
AdWords or something, but not with webinars and seminars.
Okay.
So even with my team, when we talk to you guys, we've been talking like almost a month to put
Yeah.
up this first seminar we have. But we've learned a lot. Without you guys, we can't really make this a success, because all those advices, all the small details, fine tuning that we did on the last minute, we can't pull it off without you guys giving us or coaching us on that.
Excellent. And yeah, it is a learning process. And I would say the learning never stops with it, because there's always tweaks, there's always improvements that can be done. And yeah, the first one's always, it's almost like setting expectations the first time that you do it. I remember when I first ran my first webinar. This is probably going back to 2011. I've been doing them for a while, but I never was like my subject matter expert. It was just always something on the side. I spent a lot of money promoting it, and no one turned up to it. And a similar thing happened with the in-person event that I did. This was back in 2013. It was the first one that I did. It was with a colleague of mine at the time when I worked in an MSP. And we had it was a new VoIP solution that we were attempting to sell. And we weren't like VoIP experts. We were I certainly was more of an IT infrastructure type of person as opposed to the comm side of stuff. So we went down, I was based in Aberdeen at the time here in Scotland, and we went to another city, and we booked out this little room in this really nice hotel. I was just recently at this hotel, and we thought it was going to be amazing. We get lots of people coming to check out. It wasn't like an event where there's 20 people in the room and they're listening to you. It was more like a in-person practical, here's this new VoIP system. This is before like Teams voice and stuff like that. And I think we had 4 people come in the whole day, and we got this like big box of donuts. We had like almost the donuts left at the end of the day. But going from that, yeah, the question is, how did your first event go? Was it similar?
Yeah, at least with IT Rockstar, with your guidance, you set the expectations already. We were thinking about, was it 20 people to attend? I don't want to have a big event.
Yeah.
And we have about 14.
You had a limited room size, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. So we have about 14 registered, but about 8 that went in there. With the 8, I have one that probably I think we have 3, but one of it get hold of us just about a week ago.
Okay.
And would like to talk to me about collaborations or something. I can't
Excellent.
really say it if this is
private.
turn out or something, but overall,
Yeah.
at least with your experience, just like what you're saying, you said, hey, make sure you do this process. Even if they register, call them out, because you don't want to have, like what you were saying, bunch of donuts there and only 1 or 2 people that will turn out on the event.
Yeah.
So that alone save us money trying to prepare our first seminar. I could probably be spending thousands of dollars without that experience that you told us about your. Yeah.
And I think that is definitely a lesson that I've learned in doing this. And I learned that lesson recently, back in January. It was another MSP based in Pennsylvania. He signed up to one of my webinars. It was one that ran in December. And we had we had 81 people register on. We had around about 30 people turn up. So the turnout, you usually get about 30% on the webinar. So turnout was fine. But this gentleman didn't actually turn up to the event, but he came a customer later. So the lesson here is, even the people that they'll register onto your event, they see your ad or they see your promotion, and they don't necessarily come to the event, but there's still value there. So there's still action and it needs to happen. And you've got a team behind you to do it. So that's one of the bigger lessons with this, that you can grow it over time. Okay. That's good. I've got a list of questions here, Joel. We are almost through them. What would you do differently in the next one?
Probably here, because of the situations right now, gasoline is expensive, what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Hopefully it's
was,
temporary, yeah?
yeah, it's hopefully it's temporary because we were doing our first on-site seminar. So I really plan to do a webinar this time.
Okay.
I know we talk about this, but probably in the next couple of weeks right now, we can collaborate again. I'd like to do this on a webinar because on a webinar, you don't really have to do too much preparations. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping there's probably a big turnout on your webinar. You just have to have a good topic on this one
Yeah.
because people can just be at their house with their convenient of their time or something to attend on the webinar. So that's my next step on this.
Oh,
Yeah,
exciting.
I'm waiting for you guys to guide us out. Then we can collaborate with this again on our
Okay.
first webinar.
Yeah. So okay. That is exciting. I'm the type of person I've done in-person events. I prefer webinars purely because, and this aligns with a lot of IT businesses, is you can literally turn up for 30 minutes and you click a button that you can get in front of 20 or 30 businesses. Whereas the in-person event, which there's a lot of work that goes into that. And yeah, so I see the webinar as powerful and at the click of a button, which I like. I'm that type of person. But also it's physical things like price of gas or pandemic 2.0, whatever that might be. So positioning for that, I think is a great move, Joel. Okay. Last thing then. This is like the last question I've got for you. What would you say to another IT business thinking about running their first ever event?
I would say, this is my opinion, not suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Get some experts. It will save you money. Again, IT Rockstar or whoever that you'll find,
Okay.
that could advise you, that has experience with a seminar or webinar, unless you really have an idea, but it will save you thousands of money, time, and also the effort to put up slides. Anne Marie on that time, I just like go with
got the
Anne-
energy.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Brings the energy.
Here's your assignment. The thing I like with IT Rockstar is just you're like back in the school that they're just gonna give you an assignment. You make sure you put that on there, and Anne Marie is, hey, did you do this? Have you done this before we have the meeting tomorrow? And I like that way. So that's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
Go get somebody experts like IT Rockstar to help you do on your first presentation. And it's just not first seminar or something. Collaborate with them. It will be a long-term process versus what Scott here is saying. Your seminar might be different because it depends on your demographic, but it's good to have somebody that knows what they're doing. That's what I mean.
Exactly. That's the same like when you're dealing with IT. You got to get the right people for the job. You guys are the experts in that. Thank you. What we probably just were saying to the audience, like that I didn't plan for that answer. So thank you very much for that answer, Joel. That's great. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks for being on the show. If you do need IT support and you're in the Phoenix area, how do people get in touch with you, Joel?
You can always call us. We have a policy. Somebody get hold of us, we respond to them within 5 minutes or less.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can visit us at our website, compushooter.com, or call us at our local phone number here, 480-464-0202.
Is that like 24/7 then? Is that?
Yes, sir. We're a 24/7 support live person that will pick up phone call for you, not AI.
It's not AI, not yet. Okay.
Not AI, yes.
All right. Excellent, Joel. Thank you for being on the show. I'm looking forward to the next webinar. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Take it easy. Thank you.